Regarding Malaysia, it's got a history with Mahathir, the Prime Minister, who stood up against Israel, who defied the IMF, and also set up a war crimes tribunal, was a founder. I just ask you, what is the role of Malaysia in the modern world as you see it?
Well, first of all, Morris, I'm happy to be able to meet with you again here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, in this cafeteria. So if our audience listen to some pots and pans in the distance, it's because we're in a cafeteria. It's nice and cool here. I've just delivered a lecture at the Masjid Al-Kufran on Russia and China, Ukraine, Crimea, and alliance with Rome. And I don't see a role for governments in the future. I don't think that governments are going to play a decisive role in the affairs of the world of Islam tomorrow. No. I think that the people, the Muslim peoples, are the ones who are going to be the movers. And therefore it's not really Malaysia but Southeast Asia that we'll have to think about. And I don't think we would see the role that Southeast Asia, the Muslims of Southeast Asia, are going to play. We're not going to see it until a certain event happens. Israel has to come out from behind the curtain and Israel has to launch her big wars. And because there is a little Israel sitting right in the basin of Southeast Asia, Singapore, the day that Israel launches a big war, Singapore is in trouble. Singapore is in trouble because Singapore has an open alliance with Israel. They don't conceal it. They seem to rub the salt into the wounds of the Muslims. It's a very foolish policy on the part of the Singaporean government. A very foolish policy that you are living in the sea of Islam with Muslims all around you. And Israel is a very hostile force insofar as the Muslim world is concerned. And it is obvious that as soon as Israel starts her big wars, and this can start any moment now, we don't know how long again we have to wait. Singapore is going to be in crisis. Singapore is going to be in crisis. And governments can do what they want. It is the people who will vote with their feet. The whole of Southeast Asia, Islam, is going to turn very, very strongly against Singapore. And Singaporeans are going to find themselves marooned in that little dot of an island. This Malaysian government won't be able to protect a Singaporean who dares to venture out with his car onto the roads of Malaysia. So I see the Southeast Asian Muslims assuming their role in history and it becoming visible as an important actor, anti-systemic actor, only after Israel makes a play.
I'm just curious that Singapore surely has intimate relationships with China. Is it not also a satellite of China?
They have business ties with China. They have strategic ties with Israel and the West. Yeah.
And the Malacca Straits is something they're
They are little Israel in Southeast Asia. That's what Singapore is. And every Singaporean knows that. So the writing is on the wall for Singapore as soon as Israel launches the big wars.
Thank you.